Decoding desire. Unveiling the silent signals of female attraction. Have you ever found yourself in a situation where you're drawn to someone, captivated by their presence, and desperately trying to decipher if the feeling is mutual? The intricate dance of attraction can feel like navigating a labyrinth, filled with subtle cues, unspoken gestures, and a whole lot of guesswork. We, as human beings, are naturally curious about the feelings of others and are drawn to discover how others perceive us. This essay will explore the fascinating realm of attraction, specifically focusing on how women subtly reveal their interest in men. Forget the outdated notions of simply waiting for a woman to make the first move. By understanding the subtle signals, you can confidently navigate the dating landscape, recognize genuine interest, and respond in a way that fosters connection and genuine relationships. This essay pulls insights from observation, research, and a close analysis of social dynamics, as well as key concepts discussed in a video outlining these telltale signs. Prepare to unlock a new level of understanding in the art of attraction. The language of attraction, beyond words. Attraction is a multifaceted phenomenon. It goes far beyond mere physical appearance and delves into the depths of personality, shared values, and a mysterious chemistry that sparks between two individuals. While direct verbal communication is essential, the subtle, nonverbal cues often speak volumes. These signals, often unconscious and involuntary, offer a glimpse into the inner workings of the heart, revealing attraction where words might fail. It's important to recognize that attraction is not a one-size-fits-all experience. Individual preferences, cultural norms, and personal experiences all contribute to the unique way in which attraction manifests. What might be a clear sign of interest from one woman could be entirely different for another. Therefore, it's crucial to approach these signals with an open mind, considering the context, the individual's personality, and the overall dynamic of the interaction. Furthermore, it's essential to be respectful and avoid making assumptions. Just because a woman exhibits one or more of these signs doesn't automatically mean she's head over heels in love. It simply suggests that she's intrigued and open to the possibility of further connection. 1. The focused gaze, a window to the soul. As the saying goes, the eyes are the window to the soul. And when it comes to attraction, this holds particularly true. A focused gaze can be one of the most potent and telling signs of interest. The video begins by highlighting the natural inclination of men to notice attractive women. However, it also points out that women possess an even more acute sense of noticing attractive men, as if equipped with an internal radar. When a woman finds a man appealing, her attention is drawn to him almost involuntarily. But it's not just about noticing, it's about the quality and duration of the gaze. Women tend to be selective with their attention, directing their gaze with purpose. If she isn't interested, she's unlikely to waste her time looking in your direction. Therefore, if you find a woman frequently glancing your way, there's a strong possibility that she's intrigued. The video suggests a little trick to amplify this effect. When entering a room, avoid making eye contact with anyone until you've settled in. This projects an air of confidence and self-assuredness, traits that women often find attractive. Once seated, begin observing the room and pay attention to who catches your eye. If you catch a woman looking at you for more than 5 seconds, and she then looks away when she realizes you've noticed her, and shortly after looks back at you, chances are high that she's interested. This interplay of glances suggests a curiosity and a desire for connection. Confidence is magnetic, and by embodying it, you'll naturally draw more attention. The power of the gaze lies in its ability to communicate without words. It conveys curiosity, interest, and a desire to connect. When a woman holds your gaze, she's inviting you into her world, offering a glimpse of her inner thoughts and feelings. However, it's crucial to distinguish between a genuine, interested gaze and a casual glance. A brief, fleeting look might simply be a matter of curiosity or coincidence. But a prolonged, focused gaze, especially when accompanied by other signs of interest, is a strong indication of attraction. The key is to be observant and attuned to the nuances of eye contact. Notice the duration, the frequency, and the accompanying facial expressions. Is she smiling slightly? Is her gaze soft and inviting? These subtle details can provide valuable insights into her true feelings. Here's how you can weave in your own thoughts and experiences to this section. Personal anecdote. Share a story of a time when you experienced the power of the focused gaze, either from someone you were interested in or from someone who was interested in you. How did it make you feel? What did you interpret from their gaze? Psychological insights. Delve deeper into the psychology of eye contact. Explain how eye contact releases oxytocin, the love hormone, which fosters feelings of connection and intimacy. Cultural considerations. Discuss how eye contact norms vary across cultures. In some cultures, direct eye contact is considered respectful and engaging, while in others, it might be seen as aggressive or inappropriate. Practical tips. Offer advice on how to make effective eye contact without being creepy or intimidating. Suggest practicing in a mirror or with friends to build confidence and develop a natural, inviting gaze. 2. The downward glance, a subtle sign of submission. Building upon the idea of the focused gaze, the downward glance is another intriguing signal that can reveal a woman's interest. According to the video, if a woman is genuinely interested in you, after making initial eye contact, she'll often follow up with a downward glance. This is considered a classic sign of attraction. Studies have shown that when a woman is intrigued by a man, she'll glance downward as a subtle sign of submission. It's almost like an unconscious response, revealing her feminine side's attraction to your masculine presence. Therefore, the next time you catch a woman looking at you, make eye contact and observe where her gaze goes next. If she looks down for a few seconds before looking away, it's a strong indication of interest. This downward glance is more significant than just a brief look in your direction. It's a clear sign she's intrigued by you. The downward glance is often interpreted as a sign of shyness, vulnerability, or even deference. It suggests that the woman is slightly overwhelmed by your presence and is momentarily retreating into herself. However, it's important to note that the downward glance is not always a sign of submission. It can also be a way of gauging your reaction, assessing your interest level, or simply taking a moment to gather her thoughts. The key is to consider the context and the accompanying body language. Is she blushing? Is she smiling shyly? Is she fidgeting with her hands? These additional cues can help you determine the true meaning of the downward glance. Here's how you can expand on this section with your own ideas. Evolutionary perspective. Explore the evolutionary roots of the downward glance. How might this behavior have evolved as a way for women to signal interest to potential mates? Feminine energy. Discuss the concept of feminine energy and how the downward glance might be a manifestation of this energy. How does it contrast with masculine energy? Psychological interpretation. Delve into the psychological interpretations of the downward glance. What does it reveal about the woman's self-esteem, confidence, and sense of vulnerability? Real-life examples. Provide real-life examples of how the downward glance might play out in different social situations. How might it be interpreted in a dating context versus a professional setting? 3. Emotional outbursts. Amplifying the signal. The video shifts to exploring emotional outbursts as potential signs of attraction. The video contrasts how men and women express their interest. Men often show their interest through assertive actions, like being loud or making a scene. Women, however, express their interest in a more subtle yet noticeable way through emotional bursts. This could manifest as loud laughter or a high-pitched voice. When you enter a room and suddenly hear a woman laughing loudly or speaking in an animated tone, pay attention. Emotional outbursts are one of the oldest signs of attraction. It's their way of standing out and making you notice them. Therefore, the next time you hear a woman laughing loudly or speaking in an exaggerated manner, look around. If she makes eye contact with you after her outburst, she's likely trying to get your attention and is interested in you. This age-old tactic is a clear sign she's drawn to your presence. Emotional outbursts are often seen as attention-seeking behaviors. They're a way for women to amplify their presence and make themselves more noticeable. However, it's important to distinguish between genuine emotional outbursts and forced or artificial ones. A genuine outburst is spontaneous and natural, reflecting the woman's true feelings and emotions. A forced outburst, on the other hand, is contrived and calculated, designed to manipulate or attract attention. The key is to observe the woman's overall demeanor and behavior. Is she generally outgoing and expressive, or is she typically more reserved and subdued? A sudden, uncharacteristic outburst might be a sign that she's trying to get your attention. Here's how you can add your own perspective to this section. Neuroscience of emotion. Explore the neuroscience behind emotional outbursts. What brain regions are involved? What hormones are released? Social conditioning. Discuss how social conditioning might influence women's expression of emotions. Are women encouraged to be more expressive than men? Cultural variations. Examine how emotional expression varies across cultures. What is considered acceptable or appropriate in one culture might be frowned upon in another. Ethical considerations. Address the ethical considerations of interpreting emotional outbursts as signs of attraction. How can you avoid making assumptions or misinterpreting someone's behavior? 4. Lower body movement, unconscious signals. The video transitions to the importance of observing lower body movement as a potential indicator of attraction. According to the video, when a woman likes a guy, certain subconscious activities happen in her brain that she can't control. One of these involuntary responses is moving her lower body. This is fascinating because it means she might not even be aware she's doing it. Women often move their legs or shift in their seats when they're interested in someone. They know that one of the features men find attractive is their legs. Therefore, if you notice a woman subtly moving her legs, shaking her foot, or touching her legs while glancing at you, she's likely trying to draw your attention subconsciously. This lower body movement is a natural and uncontrollable reaction. It's an excellent indicator that she's into you. Pay close attention to these subtle movements, as they reveal more than words ever could. Lower body movement is often interpreted as a sign of nervousness, excitement, or anticipation. It suggests that the woman is physically aroused by your presence and is subconsciously trying to draw your attention to her legs. However, it's important to consider the context and the woman's overall body language. Is she fidgeting nervously, or is she moving her legs in a deliberate, sensual way? The subtle nuances of her movements can provide valuable insights into her true feelings. Here's how you can expand on this section with your own insights. Body language experts. Cite body language experts who have studied the significance of lower body movement in attraction. What are their key findings? Evolutionary psychology. Explore the evolutionary psychology behind this behavior. How might it have evolved as a way for women to signal fertility and attract potential mates? Subconscious communication. Discuss the role of the subconscious mind in communication. How do our bodies communicate messages that we're not even aware of? Ethical considerations. Address the ethical considerations of interpreting someone's body language as a sign of attraction. How can you avoid objectifying or sexualizing someone based on their movements? 5. Engaging conversation. The art of connection. The video's final point shifts to engaging conversation as a strong indicator of a woman's interest. Unlike the other signals that can be observed from a distance, this one requires direct interaction. But it's one of the most powerful indicators of attraction. The video emphasizes that girls naturally love to talk. It's a way for them to connect, express themselves, and release feel-good chemicals in their brains. When a girl is interested in you, she will go out of her way to keep the conversation flowing. Firstly, pay attention to her body language when she's talking to you. If she's leaning in, maintaining eye contact, and nodding along to what you're saying, these are strong signs that she's engaged and interested. Her body language will often mirror yours if she's feeling a connection. This mirroring is an unconscious way of building rapport and showing that she's on the same wavelength as you. Additionally, notice the topics she chooses to discuss. If she's asking you personal questions and showing genuine interest in your answers, it's a clear sign she wants to know more about you. She might ask about your hobbies, your work, your family, or your future plans. These questions indicate that she's not just making small talk, but is genuinely interested in who you are as a person. Another key aspect to look for is how much she shares about herself. When a girl likes you, she'll open up and share personal stories, experiences, and feelings. This sharing creates a sense of intimacy and trust. If she's comfortable talking about her life, her dreams, and even her fears, it shows that she sees you as someone she can confide in and trust. This level of openness is a strong indicator of her interest. Humor is another important factor in engaging conversations. If a girl is into you, she'll laugh at your jokes, even the not-so-funny ones. Laughter is a way of building a bond and showing that she enjoys your company. Moreover, she might tease you playfully or engage in lighthearted banter. This playful interaction is a way of creating a fun and enjoyable dynamic between you two. Pay attention to the length of your conversations as well. If she seems eager to extend the conversation, it's a good sign. For instance, if you're chatting online and she keeps the conversation going with more questions or comments, or if she's the one who initiates the chat, it's a clear sign she's interested. Similarly, if you're talking in person and she doesn't seem in a hurry to leave, it shows she enjoys your company. Moreover, notice how she reacts when the conversation lulls. If she quickly jumps in to fill the silence with new topics or questions, she's clearly invested in keeping the interaction alive. This eagerness to maintain the conversation is a strong indicator of her interest in you. Engaging conversation is the foundation of any successful relationship. It's the way we learn about each other, share our thoughts and feelings, and build a connection that goes beyond mere physical attraction. When a woman is genuinely interested in you, she'll make an effort to engage in meaningful conversation. She'll ask questions, listen attentively, and share her own thoughts and experiences. She'll be present and engaged, showing that she values your opinion and is genuinely interested in getting to know you better. Here's how you can personalize this section with your own insights and experiences. Conversation starters. Provide a list of engaging conversation starters that can help you break the ice and spark meaningful dialogue. Active listening. Discuss the importance of active listening in building rapport and demonstrating genuine interest. Nonverbal communication. Explore the role of nonverbal communication in engaging conversations. How can body language, facial expressions, and tone of voice enhance the quality of the interaction? Shared interests. Discuss the importance of finding shared interests as a way to build connection and create engaging conversations. Storytelling. Explore the power of storytelling in building rapport and connecting with others on an emotional level. Caveats and considerations. Avoiding misinterpretation. While these signs can be valuable indicators of interest, it's crucial to approach them with caution and avoid jumping to conclusions. Here are some important caveats and considerations. Context is key. The meaning of these signs can vary depending on the context. A woman who is naturally outgoing and expressive might exhibit these behaviors even if she's not interested in you romantically. Individual differences. Every woman is different. Some women are more reserved and subtle in their expressions of interest, while others are more direct and overt. Cultural norms. Cultural norms can also influence how women express their interest. In some cultures, it's considered more acceptable for women to be assertive and make the first move, while in others, it's more traditional for men to initiate. Avoid assumptions. It's important to avoid making assumptions based on these signs. Just because a woman exhibits one or more of these behaviors doesn't automatically mean she's interested in you romantically. Respect boundaries. Always respect a woman's boundaries. If she's not interested, respect her decision and move on. Building genuine connections beyond the signs. Ultimately, the goal is not just to decipher whether a woman is interested in you, but to build genuine connections based on mutual respect, shared values, and authentic communication. Here are some tips for fostering meaningful relationships. Be yourself. Authenticity is key. Don't try to be someone you're not to impress someone else. Be respectful. Treat women with respect and dignity. Listen attentively. Pay attention to what she says and show genuine interest in her thoughts and feelings. Communicate openly. Be honest and open in your communication. Be vulnerable. Share your own thoughts and feelings to create a deeper connection. Have fun. Enjoy the process of getting to know someone new. In conclusion, understanding the subtle signs of female attraction can provide valuable insights into the intricate dance of human connection. By paying attention to the focused gaze, the downward glance, emotional outbursts, lower body movement, and engaging conversation, you can gain a better understanding of a woman's interest and respond accordingly. The video suggests that confidence and observation are key in navigating this complex terrain. It's about being attuned to the subtle cues, interpreting them in context, and responding in a way that fosters connection and respect. However, it's important to remember that these signs are not foolproof indicators of attraction. It's crucial to avoid jumping to conclusions and to consider the individual, the context, and the cultural norms. Ultimately, the goal is not just to decipher whether a woman is interested in you, but to build genuine connections based on mutual respect, shared values, and authentic communication. By embodying confidence, practicing observation, and fostering genuine connections, you can navigate the dating landscape with grace and build meaningful relationships that enrich your life. Key takeaways. The focused gaze. A prolonged, intentional look suggests interest. The downward glance. A subtle sign of submission or shyness. Emotional outbursts. Amplified emotions can be a way to get your attention. Lower body movement. Subconscious movements like leg shaking can indicate attraction. Engaging conversation, active participation, and personal sharing are strong indicators. Thank you for diving into the fascinating world of attraction with me. If you found this information helpful, please like and share this essay.